the revenue is what, 35 million, almost $36 million. Of
Uh-huh.
course, that is not what they are valued. I mean, they are valued more than that. Let's see.
Yeah, it said something about the value should be based off the projected sales and not the revenue,
Okay.
which is different because the sales revenue is taking cost out. Sales
Yeah.
is before cost.
Yes.
So I wonder if we should make that adjustment. Um,
Yeah.
so let me look. 2003. Um,
Well, so the spreadsheet two there, I will look at the market value. Um,
of 2003 and 4.
yeah, which is, you're taking it from what do you call it? You need to find the exhibit. Well, it's taken from exhibit 3. So I did an average there
Okay, I
based
understand.
on what the number they gave us there. And so you look at the scenario here at the further down after the revenue 2003. You see market value 2003. That is for right now.
One sec. Let me just. I was flipping it around. I couldn't see it. Average 195.
So the below number is that 197.33 or 197 million. That number is times 5.5.
We're looking at Exhibit 3, right?
Yes, but if you look at the mark on my spreadsheet there,
Yeah.
okay, so you see a number that was say 197 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is five. That is if you take it time 5.5, and then on under SAP you see 280 million. That is 6.1. On the average is 161 million. So whatever scenario you pick, it is about where we be.
Well, so the actual thing actually tells you what the average is.
Huh?
It says total, average, and median. So the
Yeah.
average isn't 161. It's 1954.
The actual.
Yeah. So on Exhibit 3, if you look under revenue of 2013, it goes the 7 companies, then it says
Uh-huh.
total, average, and then median. So if we look at the average, it's 1954. What you did is right in the sense of just taking 2 of them, but the 1954 takes the whole
Well,
market.
no. I took the numbers from the average and median that was in the spreadsheet. If you look at it, average for 2003 is 4.5 in 2003, and it is 4 points in 2004. And for median is 5 points. I maybe put in the wrong number. I just I now even okay. So should
Oh,
be
4.5 there. You're looking there. Market value, 4.5.
yeah. So it should be 4.0 instead of 5.0 there. I just mixed up the numbers.
For market value, I'm just seeing it's 5.5. That's why I'm confused. So market value of revenue, 2003 is 4.5, not 5.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that the average should be so average for 2003 is 4.5, and
And the
then
average for
and
2004 is 4.
and for 2000 yeah, and that's what I said. I mixed up the number to put 5.0 instead of 4.0. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think we're sharing this anymore, but that's fine.
We should share it.
No, I don't know why.
And it doesn't let me change it. That's weird.
Well, it's letting me change it. It's just not letting me. You're not logged into here. I just don't think I don't think these two other the Symbel systems and SAP. I don't think it matters if we look at those individually. I think we just need to look at these averages.
Yes.
So whether you keep them or not, I'm going to pull them out for mine.
Which are you pulling out?
The two companies. I'm just going to keep the average.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even going to keep the median. Though it makes sense what you were doing.
Yeah.
It gives us, this way we'll kind of see it. So the market value of 2003 average, is 1.954 million.
So now I'm in. Are you able to see it now?
No, you're not in this one. I can send you in this link.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how I opened it. Gmail. Yeah, I just sent it. I have no idea what happened. Oh, enterprise value. Average is 99689. 2004. Oh.
1.5.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Okay, come on. Now is my computer is slow.
You good?
Open sheet. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, so okay.
So I just moved that. So I left that at the top. This stuff up at the top.
Yeah.
And then I just kept the average down here and the enterprise value.
Yeah.
I don't know if this matters either. But this is interesting to look at the average revenue.
Yeah. I mean, it's just good
This
to
is
have it's just good to have that information, I think, because doesn't hurt to show. So you do we need to have to revenue 2003 and revenue 2004? You want to delete that, or do you want to just keep it and enter that number?
this right here.
The revenue 2003.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah, let's put their revenue for 2003. Let me scroll down. I think it's Exhibit 8. Well, that's the .com company. Where's their financial statements? The heck? Oh, Exhibit 2. That's 2002 and 2003. Where's 2004? So their revenue was, that doesn't make sense. 35 million.
Yeah. It was 35,579,000, I think it was, for 2003.
879, but yeah.
879, yeah.
Okay, and then what's their revenue for 2004?
That I don't know. I couldn't find that. So.
Because that's for Stated Information and Venture Marketing Capital. That's not that. Right now, forecast for 2004, total revenues forecasted is 60,000.
Oh, yes, that's right. That was 60 million, you mean?
60 million.
Yeah.
So, and cost of operating, sales and marketing, operating expenses, revenue, software, house of support, professional services, total revenue. So, excuse me, the sell value, I wonder how we should explain this. Fair market price. So the VC, they want $800 or $387,000 out of the sell.
Yeah, they want to have, that's what they want to have in return.
Okay, so that's the sellout. It has, so I'm confused. So if we put in like the 3 different options, IPOing, sellout, or waiting.
Yeah.
And then we can project that. So like if we said like the sellout, the fair sell price should be this for the sellout, right? And then for the IPO, we need to calculate like, well, they said the IPO is not really that useful right now because the company doesn't need capital. The only thing that they would benefit from is marketing, and it would cost them about $1 million.
Yeah, it costs about $1 million plus a few other things per year if they would go IPO.
Yeah, and so is the benefit is $1 million, say even $1.5 million, if their revenue, so their total income was $1.5 million less, would that produce more sales to pay for itself? That's the question.
Yeah, that is the question.
So that's the IPO question that we need to answer. And then the third question was continue to expand.
Yeah. So
I wonder here, this little orange section, that's explaining the sell price, right? And cushion option?
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's do an IPO section. Give it a couple cells. And then let's do a, what was the other one? Continue to expand. Or what was it called? They wanted to enter the market of, what was that market called? Seed. Stop doing that, computer. My computer sucks at scrolling today.
So for them, $50 million is just that's just a low ball. It's a low ball offer. It seems like a lot of money, but for this company, it's a low ball offer.
Yeah. I'm trying to find what it's called. New strategy focus. Oh no.
The 3 options, which is on the first page, is to accept a acquisition offer, plan for an IPO, or put aside thoughts of an exit for a time being and focus on continuing the company's strong record of growth.
Yeah. So they talked about a section called CRM solutions, and that's what they're going to grow into.
Yeah.
So to me, there's three options. The three option is sell, IPO, and CRM.
Okay.
So I wonder if we should put a thing over this whole thing. Merge to center. I hate using.
Yeah, I cannot see the toolbar on this. I don't know why.
I don't understand the toolbar. File, merge to center. How do I merge to center?
See, on my computer, I cannot see the toolbar at all out on top. So
weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we call this three options for right now. So then we use this section to kind of explain what we can do. Coach cells. Right on my computer screen, I can't read it. So how much would we have to, I wonder if we should adjust this just to make it a little more clear. The acquisition option, do you want to just go through each section together and try to produce a number?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so what do we have to calculate to figure out the acquisition price that they would have to receive to sell out? What numbers are required?
Well, the thing is, you know, if you looked at the VC desire, they are desired to 87. Otherwise, they don't want to. They want to stay in.
Okay, so the VC desire. Okay, so that's good.
That's a very important part of it. That's why they want to. That's
so why is the?
Well, sorry.
Why then is the fair price lower than the VC desire?
Well, I just took a fair price. I took just the post money valuation, 129 times 2. You can do the, I don't know.
Okay. So what if we did like, so market value, where do we put the revenue? 26 and 60. Okay, let's change this to 2003 revenue and then projected 2004 revenue. And then change these to equal that and change this to equal this. That way we have like a, this is what the revenue is.
Yeah.
So they should, on a buyout, they should make at least, what did they say, 5 times sales? Do you remember what that was?
I believe so.
So what is the run rate?
Well, that is what they were. That is the price that the company was offering. 50 million.
Oh, that other company. Okay, let's move this. It's good, but let's just move it. I'm going to delete these cells and push it up. Okay, so we have what they want, how much they made, and how much they made. So then if we take like and write an equation where it's like 5 times of what they made in 2003 and see what that equals.
Yeah.
So 5 times 2003, 170. So that's not enough.
Just go delete that one.
Anyways, so if we set a factor of 5, I was just writing a formula so it worked better.
Oh,
So if we did the sum of these two times this factor. So what I did is I did last year's and this year's sales put together times 5. It's 490.
Yeah, perfect.
Huh?
That's perfect. Yeah.
Because I think so. Then that's $470,000. So almost $500 million.
Yeah.
Which and then that way the VC desire is fulfilled, and then remainder amount available for investors would equal this. So the remainder amount available for investors would be 92 million.
Yeah.
So that would be distributed between all investors, the founder, and angel investors, and everybody else.
Yeah.
And then the VC company would get 387 million.
Well, you have to think about the what's his name has 60% of the.
Oh, that's true. That's
The
true. So maybe
the owner have 60% of it. So the rest, so you have to take the 60% of that has to go to Greg, and then the rest of it had to be divided with the other people.
so Greg would get. Why aren't these staying as dollars? So Greg would get 287 million. Other investors. So I don't see how it's possible that that the VC would get their desire.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because there's only that much left for the VC, even if we did 5 times 2 sales.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that's an answer to our question. Should they sell out now? Should they sell out now? The answer is no, because there's no way for them to get the $378 million for the company, even if their offer was 5 times the 2 sales put together.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to put including VC. That way it's obvious that they're not going to get that. Okay.
Are you meaning that this is going to be 5 times or $5?
Oh, 5 times. Let me change that back from $1.
Yeah.
Just generic. How do I change it? I hate this thing so much. I don't know how to do it.
I cannot see the toolbars at all, so I don't know how to fix that on my computer so I can see the toolbar.
I don't know why you can't see the toolbar either.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually do. So next to more, there should be a little drop-down arrow.
More.
There's like a little hide controls. Press Control Shift E.
You got the incoming call. Sorry.
Press Control Shift E on your thing.
Sorry.
You're good, no man, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see it on this stupid thing.
Oh, it's not when you press Control Shift D, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Now I can hardly hear you either.
Huh?
When someone called on my phone, for some reason I cannot not hear you very good.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, so IPO. So I don't know if we need to evaluate like what the IPO cost is, but rather I think it'd be interesting to say how much would the company have to grow just to support an IPO round? Can you hear me? Oh, you're muted.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So you can hang up and I can re-invite you.
And that is fine. We're recording, so don't worry about it. I can hear you, but I have to listen closely.
Well, I mean, if you hang up, it won't affect the live. Because if I hang up, it will do it. But you're fine to hang up and connect again.
Okay. Let's
Go
see
ahead.
if I can do it.
Yeah, I'll wait for you a second.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me better?
Now I can hear you. Okay.
I don't know. I've had that problem, but the problem is most of the time I'm hosting, so I can't hang up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard when I said, so now I think we should move to the IPO section. If they IPO, I think if we say like, okay, it's going to cost, I don't know if you can see that I put it on.
Yeah,
if it's going to cost $500,000 or $1.5 million a year to IPO,
yeah.
then their revenue will have to increase by, so let's go 2000 this minus this divided by, that's not right.
What are you trying to do?
How much their revenue, the percentage their revenue will have to grow to support IPOing.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, I don't think it needs to be revenue. It needs to be revenue minus, so it needs to be cost of revenue, gross profit. So projected gross profit for next year. Yeah, I'm going to put this right here. Projected gross profit. 2004. The projected gross profit, according to the textbook, is sales and marketing. Actually, no, we need to do income. 2,000, 2,220,123. So if we say their projected net income, according to Exhibit 6, is $2.2 million.
Yeah.
Their profit needs to be growth needed to support IPO. This plus this. So they need to be at 372 million. So their sales need to increase. I guess we could say percentage of sales. That'd be interesting. Two divided by 48 is
2 divided in 8.
no. I'm just total revenue is 60,000. So if their revenue, I was saying like what their percentage of revenue. I was like, I'm just kind of confusing myself. I know that's what's happening. It's not that complicated. So IPO costs $1.5 million a year. And their total, are you looking at Exhibit 6?
Yeah.
So their cost of revenue, or sorry, the IPO cost will go into operation expense, right?
Yeah, 6.
Their operating expenses will go up to 44 or 45 million.
Yes.
So therefore, their revenue would only be like 750,000.
Yeah.
So I was saying, how much would their revenue have to go up to support the?
We have to find out the percentage there, right?
Yeah, for all of them.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's important. I guess it is. We need to know how much the revenue is going to go up so it doesn't affect all those other. Because everything, if their revenue goes up, then their cost of revenue will go up proportionately, right?
Yeah.
And that's all to support their gross profit change. So projected net income is that. So if the projected net income is that, that would have to go up to that. Oh yeah, so their revenue would only have to go up $1.5 million to support it.
Yeah, 1.5. Yeah.
Actually, no.
It should.
Well, okay, so cost of revenue is 45. Let's just say it's 45, just for calculations, right? And their revenue is 60. So 75% of their revenue is cost. So their profit margin is only 25%, because 60 times 25 is 15. Wait, no. Yeah, 15. So that's right. 60 divided by, so they would, oh my gosh. Why am I confusing myself?
Just calm down.
I'm just trying to think about this.
Well, we want to increase the revenue with 1.5 million.
No, it's got to be more than 1.5 million. It's got to be 1.5 million times 1.75. It has to be 2.65 million, because 75% of that is cost.
Yeah.
So 2.625 million times 0.75 or times 25. Yeah.
So if you take the total revenue and then divided with the total operation expenses, right? You find out the percentage, and you need to time that how much you need to increase.
That's at 4. Because 60,000, well, actually, no. So 14.280 divided by 60,000. So 23% of it is cost.
Yes.
23.8% is cost. So the 1 million, 1.5 million has to be 23% more than 500,000.
So it's 230,000 for a million, right? So if you take double, so say $2 million would probably cover it then.
Yeah. No, it probably would, but I want the right number.
Yeah.
1,84512 times 0.75 is profit. Yeah, that's not right. That's not the right number.
What if you say what if you do this? You take the 15 or 1.5 million times 1.23. Wouldn't that give us the number that we need for
The growth change in increase of revenue to cover IPO expense. That's what we want.
Yeah, so you need to take the 1.5 million times 1.23 because you need to add a 23% to the 1.5 million, right?
I don't know if it's 23. It might be 1 minus 77. Because that would be 2655 times 0.23. I don't know. I think I've confused myself.
You think about the taxes. If you have taxes, you add on to taxes, right? You take if it's 23% taxes, you take 1.5 million times 1.23, which is included taxes. Or am I wrong?
Here, let's go to the Superwoman answer. 10 times 10% of 10 is 1.1, would be $11 to take the 10%. Yeah. So 14 out of 60 is 23. All right, we're just gonna call that good. Even if we're wrong, we tried. So increase to cover. So
I don't think he's going to 100% look into our numbers.
No, I don't think so either.
Because I don't think he had the time to do it. He just looking at how we were thinking and what we were doing. And that our thinking was right. So
yeah, you're right. So we would have to increase by 1.845 million, which isn't a lot of money. I mean, that's nothing. And especially with them going from revenues to 60,000 to going from 35 to 60, that's nothing. And especially with the new advertisement, that's a pretty low cost to take basically 1/60th of your revenue to cover advertising expenses.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking we should go IPO. Because if you do a morph of IPO because once you IPO the company, then you can move to the CRM solutions, right?
Yeah.
And grow your business.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that will be my hypothesis, is that they should IPO it with the goal to grow, because the option to sale isn't possible because they can't receive the desired venture capital value.
Yeah, that's possible. But if you, yeah. Well, if you do grow a little bit more and then you IPO it, I think, yeah.
Because the benefit, I think the thing that we can talk about in our conclusion is, so if you look at the last option 2B, reject the acquisition offer and to continue to grow organically. It talks about, on the other hand, problems that IPO would help address is it would help address our customers' problems, and the need to raise financial profile. So if they IPO, they can hire people to just cover the new responsibilities because they've IPO'd it with that new capital they receive.
Yeah.
And then
they have the cash flow. So I definitely think they're going to need to, it's a good round to go IPO it. They have grown, they have enough cash flow already. And so they have the money to do it. They have the money to cover, not only in revenue, they have the money to cover that cost already as it is.
Yeah. Well, and they have the cost, because it said the big concern is that management distractions. So after it talks about the $1 million, it says the other problem is management distractions. So they could hire people to just cover the logistics of being public.
Exactly. I mean, they can hire 1 or 2 people that are just taking care of that. And so you have the manager that's already in place taking care of the customers. You don't want to lose the focus on the customers just because you're going public.
Yeah. And there can be someone that can hire one person to take care of the shares and working with stockholders, and another person to just take care of the logistics of IPOing and being a public company and now having to work with the SEC and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a way that we can kind of do the CRM solutions, but I think what it did give us doing this is it showed us that a sellout right now is not an option. Organic growth is an option still. Not IPOing and just growing.
Yeah, I mean, selling is out of place. I mean, like I said earlier, 50 million is like a little slap in the face at this point.
When they need 10 times that just to sell.
Yeah, I mean, they can grow that business by themselves, keeping the business
in 1 year.
In the year or two, they're going to grow much faster than that. Selling for 50 million, I feel like it's a slap in the face. So it's either the group keeping the business, grow it, or IPO.
Yeah.
So, and I'm leaning towards IPO.
Yeah, because I think growing organically, the thing that it lacks is the advertisement that comes from being an IPO.
Yeah.
And that's their big struggle right now is they have all these customers, they're lacking the customer basis that they need to grow. It's not, the bottleneck is not the company. The bottleneck is the demand.
Yeah.
The supply is fine. The demand is lacking.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm going to say. And
so also improving, I mean, like I showed you, send you to, they did go public.
Yeah, no, and I think they did the same thing. They realized that it's not worth keeping, not worth doing what they do. Go public again.
Yeah. So, and he ended up with about $400 million in his own pocket.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I'm going to copy this link and drop it down here for you. I think, is that easiest for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so there it is for you, and then we only have one this week, so I think let me double check that we don't have anything else.
We just have that. We have that. What do you call it?
Case? No.
The 50 point. we have what we have learned. We're using that in our essay that we're going to write.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we're going to write an essay. So
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me look at it. Not the normal, something new.
we have done it once. We have done it once before, a similar thing.
Oh, where we go look at the. Oh, okay. Pond Improve financial and business model.
Yeah,
Oh, this
Pawn
one.
and Prove. I couldn't find the words in my head, but yeah, Pawn and Prove
Good.
is just showing that what we have learned during this process is that we're going to write about.